and other stuff.
Jeez.
Blah, blah. And then other times I'll look at the spreadsheet and I'll be like, holy shit, I've done all these things this year that I didn't even know a single thing about before I started streaming. And I've taken the time to learn and understand and like figure out how to fucking do and stuff. And I've done okay. Like, that's awesome. Like, it's fantastic, you know? But yeah, sometimes everybody goes through that as well. Sometimes people have days where it's just like, oh, um, you know, self-depreciation and stuff. Insert terrible comment here. And that happens. And that's why I'm always like, you know, if you guys can just be like kind to each other, because the world's fucking horrible. If we at least have like one nice little space corner of the internet that's pleasant to just hang out and just, you know, exist for a couple of hours, that would be amazing. That's pretty much, I don't know, I guess what I try to like provide nowadays. I know when I started streaming, I obviously had like different kind of outlook and different kind of ambitions and stuff, but I kind of very quickly grew to understand that like everybody here is literally here because you want to be. And there's nothing I do, there's nothing I can do or would do to force you to be here. Like, I just appreciate you've taken the time to spend a little bit of time with me, you know. I can actually fit a lot into this caravan. What's it? Speaking of which, I managed to lose a few kilos as well. Intermittently fasting with Milo seemed to work well. Oh, yeah. I was going to say during winter's not actually too bad of a time because you can kind of burn fat passively just by ambient temperatures and stuff. I mean, you could also do it in summer too if it's fucking hot enough, but you know what I mean. I might take the legendary chair. I might sell it. Fuck it. It's like $2.5 grand. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. You've lost some weight if that was what you're also aspiring to do in the background as well. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'd never like put down anybody's like achievements and stuff for like weight loss and stuff. It's just I don't generally go into too much of like the topics because like some people are struggling constantly with it. And I'm kind of like a little bit mindful of even just like bringing up topics and stuff. If anybody's had like eating disorders and stuff like that, it can sometimes trigger them to start thinking of it again. But I am still proud of you since like that's something you obviously wanted and has happened. And yeah, it's been a whole heap of positives for you at the moment, which is fantastic. I can actually carry a lot more stuff than I really thought here. I guess we could take all the furs and shit. I don't know if this caravan's going to get out, by the way. There's a lot of animals, but I'll see what I can do. I'll try to take the furs with me. I'll try to load this up. I've selected a lot of food. I'll grab all the furs. I want to sell off the plasteel. If I could carry some marble blocks, that would be great. Or some slate. Slate would be a bit rarer where I'm going. But yeah, I want to sell off all the chairs if I can and all the fur beds and stuff. What are you doing, Bubba? What are you staring at? Take my butchering tables, though. I do want them, and I do want my cooking tables. I know I'm going up and down heaps here, but I am looking for specific shit. Like my cooktops and stuff. Like, I've got all of those. I am bringing up the vitals monitors now that I think about it. I did want to bring up the tables and stuff, the entertainment, but I'm thinking that might not be worth it. They're like 60 kilos and stuff. How you doing? I'm alright, Bubba. I've had good rest and yeah, had a pretty nice fucking banana smoothie earlier. That was pretty good. And yeah, I don't know. Just generally overall good and well, I guess, Bubba. Would be the answer. It's funny how having someone to care about can improve one's life, not just being cared for, but caring for another. Yeah, very much so. So, like, it doesn't matter if you're in a relationship, as in, like, a partner one. Also, no worries, Shadow. Thanks for, like, jumping in and chatting and keeping us updated and stuff. I hope your appointment goes well. Was it? Sorry, you did say you had a banana smoothie. Yeah, I did, Mirthless. After you said you had bananas, I said I had banana smoothies. Banana chocolate and honey. And I figured you were, like, AFK because it was, like, dead silent. I'm like, that's okay. He's somewhere else. He's elsewhere in the world. Um, what the fuck was I saying? The caring about stuff. So yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a what do you call it? Like a romantic kind of relationship or if it's a friendship kind of relationship or something like that. But literally even just having people care about your overall well-being and stuff. Like a lot of what I like kind of do in my life, like a lot of it, like I was pretty self-sufficient as an adult, right? Because I lived by myself for several years. So I kind of had to just be mindful of what food I could afford, the health of it, kind of thing, taking care of myself, making sure that I was, capable of doing shit, right? So I had to be very look out for myself for a long time. But I do find that like Nick has improved like my emotional growth a fuck ton. Um, I've always had just a lot of friends, and I've always been just very socially close with people, but never like romantically close with anybody. And yeah, then Nick. Um, but then I also find since streaming, I also tend to find there's times where, I'm not aware that I haven't eaten that day or something like that. And I'll only realize that when you guys have asked me or it's come up in conversation, I'm like, man, I feel like crap. And you're like, have you eaten something today? And it's like, no, I hadn't realized kind of thing. It's like, even just like streaming and stuff has resulted in like my overall health and well-being being taken care of and stuff. Cause like you guys do take care of me as well. Like in summer, you guys kept me hydrated all stream long. And honestly, it prevented me from needing IV drips, which is massive considering I usually do need one at least once a year. And I managed to get through that horrible summer with just water and the hydration kit and stuff that my doctor gave me. And you lot keeping me hydrated, which is nuts for me. Also, keeping up with like just, I don't know, basic things like how inconsistently I was sleeping, in how inconsistently I was eating, stuff like that. Like just having other people notice can sometimes be such a huge thing for taking care of yourself. And the funniest thing about it is that I was really self sufficient um, like prior to Nick. So, like, I'm not saying Nick's the problem. I got a lot of health problems after meeting Nick, as like, what do you call them? What is it? Where it's like your genetics are shit, and then they appear like in your 30s or some shit like that, whatever that is. So that happened, and yeah, the good thing was that I had somebody else there to help me through it as well. I'm doing good. Need more coffee, but always good to see you, friendo. It's always great to see you, Bubba. I hope that your coffee is really nice this morning and that it's maybe not a super cold, crispy morning for you. Or if it is, at least like the coffee is a nice kind of like warmth in it. I'm going to see if that's connected there so I can kind of pull this up here. What's it? I was cooking breakfast. It's all good, Mathis. I know you're usually having breakfast over stream and stuff, and now that I know that you're an hour ahead on top of normal, I kind of understand that like your whole daily process is a bit like ahead of schedule. I think it's really interesting to me the whole daylight savings thing because like in Australia we have got daylight savings, but not in Queensland where I am. So, like, if you're in a 9 to 5 job and you have to call down to, say, New South Wales, and you call them at 4 in the afternoon, they're closed because it's 5 for them. However, like, what do you call it? Like, phones and watches and stuff these days, they automatically do change over. But most people are, like, aware of it. They're aware that, like, they're awake early. They're aware that they're at work earlier than they want to be, stuff like that. Whereas it's kind of interesting how seamless the time change is for you. Um, like I noticed immediately because you started streaming an hour earlier, and I'm like, hang on a minute, and you're like, no, I'm still streaming at the same time. I'm like, wait a minute, something's different here. I know something's up, and yeah, time zone, like fucking hell, Turk. Let's see. We got Bora can maybe do it. Maybe we get you to go and beat the shit out of Turk. I'm not gonna arrest them. I'm just gonna put them in like fucking what is it in hospital if we have one of those. Was it what? Baby bye? What? Sorry, Baby Pie was autocorrect. Yeah, no, I understood that was autocorrect. I just don't know what it was supposed to be autocorrecting to. Hold on, let me get some water. I'll be interested to see what this autocorrects from. What was the conversation I was trying to have where it kept fucking autocorrecting? It was, rescue Turk. I don't know. I went to say something and it kept autocorrecting one specific word to a whole nother thing, and I can't remember it now. If I went and got my phone, I'd know. I just don't feel like going and trying to search for it. But yeah, that was something I was doing earlier. I was trying to have a conversation, and my phone was just like, you know what would be funny? It's every time you try to say this word, it's not going to be that word. And I'm like, fucking hell, please stop. I'm also going to push this all over so that all the cooking stuff is over on one side. The only reason why I'm going to do that is because we only have the cook area here. It's going to force all the food here. And I mean, the only bad thing is we do have a stack of 10,000 pemmican there that somebody, some animal, something is going to fucking sit there for donkey's years doing. So I had my phone up to my ear because my wife was asleep next to me. My ear was pressing the keyboard and I didn't realize until I sent the laughing emoji. That's hilarious. The funny thing is, I do something similar when I'm watching streamers and Nick's still asleep. If I get a chance to actually go and lay down early enough in the night or whatever, he's on no help. Oh, I should have let him die. Yeah. So anyway, I normally have like my phone on like 1% sound. Like it doesn't matter if Nick's awake or not. It's usually on 1% sound to hear anything. I'm just like, I don't know, really sensitive to sound. Everything's really fucking loud to me. So yeah, I have that really low. But then when he's asleep, I try to press either the phone either into like my chest or my stomach, or like, my pinky finger, kind of palm of my hand, kind of that kind of spot, depending on how my hand's holding the phone. And just to kind of like muffle the like level of sound coming out. I can still fucking hear it. It's just that, yeah. That my phone is super fucking loud. My tablet makes me feel so fucking deaf. I'm not even joking. My tablet has 2 speakers on either side of the device, right? And essentially what happens is I don't hear anything out of either of them properly. So it's kind of like, you know how cats can kind of fold their ears back in like little airplane mode kind of thing? And it's like that with my tablet. Every time it plays something and I need and want to listen to it, I kind of have to cup my fucking hands on either side of the tablet to hear the motherfucker. Even if it's on max fucking volume, it's like it directionally just pushes it backwards and outside of the room as if like I never wanted to hear it ever. But as soon as it's something that's like, actually expressively loud, it's like, oh, we're going to angle this one forwards. And I'm just sitting there like, that really unimpressed like dog meme that's just like, the little brown dog that's just like got like a flat line for a fucking mouth. And I'm just sitting there like that. Like, are you serious? This was the time when you chose to project the fucking sound. And that's usually the time when like it will wake up Nick. So yeah, I tend to like watch more on like my mobile than on the tablet. But yeah, it means it's a bit louder. I think the daylight savings time scenario is seamless for me because everyone within several thousand miles of me observes it. And I've been subjected to time change it entire life. Yeah, I guess. Like in Australia, we kind of like resist the time change. So like I'm still, I don't know, it's Queensland. Queensland's huge, but it's still only like a day's drive to get into New South Wales, right? It's not that far. So because it's within a 24-hour drive period, right, to get down to New South Wales, or for somebody in New South Wales to come up, and I think it's like another 9 hours to Sydney or something. I'm not sure. it's kind of like you can cross multiple time zones really quickly. And a lot of the time, like, people just don't care. Like, a lot of people that work in New South Wales will live in Queensland or vice versa, and they'll just travel over the border every day to their respective jobs. Like, if wherever they're living is, more affordable in transit and shit. Any time that was really a problem was kind of over COVID, where they kind of like locked down the borders, but understandable situation. So yeah, a lot of the time we just kind of don't observe it. Plus, we also have the other thing too, where Northern Territory's half an hour behind Queensland, South Australia's half an hour ahead of Queensland, I think. Perth is 2 hours behind Queensland, and this is just a standard. I'm not talking daylight savings, so it's a fucking mess to begin with, and it's just the one fucking country. So yeah, even Azula's sitting in the hallway looking unimpressed about this whole situation. That's how bad it is. I'm not sure what she's actually doing. She might have a bug, maybe, but still, she's very unimpressed about this whole situation. I feel it. But yeah, I don't know. I think because like it's so easy to kind of like screw with that. It's kind of like we just don't naturally observe it, and because Australians tend to like call into state pretty frequently for different things, we also encounter the people that forget that the other states' time zones and stuff. So yeah, if you add on top of that, then when you actually do have daylight savings and stuff, it's a fucking mess. It's like all kinds of extra mess. Yeah. That's why I kind of thought it was so interesting to see how like immediately observed it was where you are, because it's just so unusual here. I'm also going to build up a whole bunch of like more tables, by the way, in these areas. I just need to lift these and get them the fuck out of here. Not sure what I'm going to do with them, but I'll deconstruct the ones that are like normal and under. See how that goes. But yeah, I don't know. I think Asora's doing pretty alright up in fucking Qulin. I will get all this stuff moved over too. I'll just have to fix some of this up. But yeah, I'm going to end up with... I think I showed you last week, but for anybody that wasn't here, this is the new location at Qulin. We are still building it up. Sloane's currently in a daze, just in case anybody needs to know. We've got a couple of bedrooms and grow rooms. These are open air grow rooms, so I'm not sectioning that off. We have got entertainment rooms, which we're working on. Again, there. We have 4 hospitals. I think 3 are built to have floors. So far, we're getting there. It requires a lot of shit. We have a fuck ton of crops because this is permanent summer, so I can just grow all year round. No worries, Mirthless. I hope you enjoy your breakfast and some time with Lucky. And yeah, I'll catch you whenever. Let's see. We've got... These are going to be dining rooms. I'm going to have these big old cook areas up this side and a couple of butchering areas, not butcher areas. Like, I mean, it's the same thing, but big fridgy areas too for food. And then, of course, I'll have a couple of prisons that's going to be mirrored, and then more dining rooms. I don't know why. Maybe just shits and giggles. And then we've got all my production buildings, which, I mean, I think I'm missing a few, but we'll get there. I also still have these marked out for where I wanted them put based on power consumption of the map, but I haven't removed those yet. And I haven't finished building stuff because I haven't moved any storage in here, but I'm going to need it soon because we're actually getting to a point where they've got a lot of stuff and I'm bringing in a lot of stuff. So I might, since I'm bringing in more stuff, I might copy this. I haven't done it yet, but let's make a secondary area. Paste that. Expand this. So this way, at least when my people bring stuff up, I have twice the amount of space to store it. That's less of a problem. Chibo's doing some insulting, but that's okay. What else have we got? Am I actually properly fucking semi-functioning hospital? This one does better. This one's nicer, it's cleaner. I'd rather show this one off. I have a lot of animals too. I have a double area. I've got like all the avian kind of creatures in here where they can kind of mill around. They don't really eat too much of the crops, so I don't mind that. Then I've got the bigger hauling animals and, you know, meat production animals. And then, yeah, I've got more beds and stuff, more crops. What's that? Exotic goods. Nice. Right. I'm gonna need as soon as I can get the corpsey behind this, it's kind of hard. There we go. Yeah, whenever a notification comes up, I lose like the first 4 colonists. It's kind of a problem. But I'll see if I can sell them some shit. I'm not quite sure what I've already allocated to that caravan. Whatever's on there is whatever's on there. As for animals that's milling around, I would like to get... There's obviously horses coming in. So I'll get some of them. Get rid of the extra animals. And I'll just make sure that up here is doing alright too. This is looking colourful as fuck, by the way. I don't usually go with this much colour. But I'm giving it a go. Because I usually kind of stick to roughly about the same-ish colour schemes. And there's kind of like greeny blue situation and like pinkishy thing that's going on. I don't mind it. Very interesting. I also don't know if if there's a light in this corner that's causing that to be pink. Is it this one? No, that's blue. It would have to be in the area. Green. No. Something in this corner is red and I do not see where the light bulb is. Maybe this thing. Green. Okay. Maybe it's just dark. I don't know. I'll come back to that. But yeah. Let's see. Corpse is coming down for trade. That'll be fine. I kind of want to... I'm going to have to make a point of making him healthier. How's this going? We've got basically all the turrets, the kitchen stuff. Just checking this. The vitals, the beds, turrets, furs, all the recreational fun stuff. All of that's going out on that. That's also a lot of animals to try to get out for 5 fucking people, but it's fine. Let's see, what have you got? Got horses, yes. Components. I don't really want to stockpile extra, but I will take it. I'll sell the plasteel. I'll take the extra psychic soup also, which I need to hit off here. I'll leave the crafting. I have got prosthetics. I've got 1 prosthetic here. I should check everybody's legs and make sure that they're all right. I don't want any of those guns, and they don't buy anything else. All right. I could buy, like, golden shit, tube TVs and stuff. But, yeah, this is... What are you? Exotic goods trader. So, basically, what they're telling me is they would buy my thrombos. Cool. That's all right. I was hoping that maybe exotic goods traders might want to, I don't know, buy something like a fucking fur bed. That's exotic. Maybe. I don't know. My definition of exotic in the games is maybe 2 different things, but I thought fur beds might be it. I could probably get rid of the extra Megasoft babies. And I do want to keep like the yaks and stuff. They won't, I don't think they haul weight out, so it'll be fine. They won't lose me too much money, and I don't think there's anything else I particularly want off them. I could sell them, my extra skill trainers. I didn't find any of those when I was trying to leave, so maybe they weren't under the area. So let's do that. The other thing I want to do too is, since this area is not going to count, I do need to make sure that at least this corner here has got some tradability. I think I maybe don't have it in the other areas. Oh, what is that? There. Orbital trade beacon. Okay, so that just doesn't have power. Just trying to make sure that... What is that connected to? Missing power there. That would be why, but it's connected up here. It's not connected there. Alright, we can fix this. Just a little bit here. I'll get it done. Not quite there. Alright, so they'll get it connected up to the power supplies that are coming through the building, which means that if I get a trader fly over, I'll be able to trade some shit. Usually the ones that fly over are the ones that buy good shit. Now, Link's Revenge isn't a concern. And yeah, this place, I feel like it's almost gone. What have we got left? Oh god, this list is so small. Look at this. I don't have to scroll. Like, I still have got a lot of animals. A lot of these are baby animals at the moment, but that's fine. I've got a lot of food. I've got a lot of blocks, which I don't really need. I do want to sell the uranium. Also, wait a minute. Where is Corpsey? I'll never find Corpsey. Hold on. Come back here, mate. we need to give wherever the fuck the guy that sells stuff is. There, that guy. Can you go to that one? What are you up to, Lumi? You're hunting a rat. Can I get you to bring the medicine in? Because I feel like that might be good. Also, Stephens, if you want to go activate the psychic soothe thing just for the area, that could be good. Yeah. So I'm going to see if I can give him more wood. Because why not? Or any kind of bits and pieces. Like, I know that it won't accept everything. Oh, hydrate Rin. Visitors. They've got stuff to trade too. All right. Well, I'll have to wait until they get up closer. I'm still sitting up straight. Grim got me sitting up straight lately. I'll have some of my water though. Hold on. I want to give this one a gift. And what can I give you? I've got gold that I don't really want to carry out. I could give you my trainers. I know I have bought these, but they are in shit condition. Might as well give you the leg. As for animals and stuff, there's nothing else really there that I kind of want to gift you. A lot of mufflos and stuff, but I need them for travel. So you're not going to get much, but I'll give you some shit. So we've got 40, we've got 100 on this one. And these ones are all getting there. All right, hold on. Once this fucks off, I'll get Corpsey up here. Anarchist sounds pretty cool. All right, hold on. Mackie. Mackie actually sounds like a lot like fucking Shadow Meraki. Too bad it's like there's not some R's in there. That would be good. Like, I do have Shadow though. Fucking calm down, mate. This Buck's getting hunted, but it's decided to like run straight into like line of fire. I love those things. Yeah, alright. Well, I'll see what these guys have got for me. What is your caravan? Does it tell me? Wait, what is your health? Carcinoma. Jesus. God, the health conditions that they get is something. Alright. Well, got this up here. So what have you got? You don't have a lot of money. You have food. You have medicine. And I could probably sell you some guns. Like, I have made these. Like, the revolver masterwork is probably somebody's. I'll have to find that. Get rid of the guns. EMP launcher, excellent. I might as well get rid of... I'll take the one gun with me. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can do with you. I'm not even sure who this group are, but I don't think they're going to take anything. Trade has insufficient. Alright, hold on. I will piss them off if I buy too much off them and stuff. So let's take that off there. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Okay, so how about we give them a gun as a gift instead? I give them... Fuck it. I'll give them all the guns. I'll get others. Be fine. Also the cloth, I guess. Take the cloth. Be great. Alright. Cool. Cool. See, instead of walking back, can you haul the medicine? Cool. And we'll bring that in. I don't expect everybody to get everything back in here, but I'm really hoping that some of the animals will at least like bring stuff in. I've got storage for it. I do have storage for this. I've got a lot in there. Let's see, what have we got? So no foods. That's fine. I don't want foods. Manufactured. Yeah, I'm pretty much going to have to start taking like medicine and stuff in there, except for herbal. So regular medicine and glitter world medicine could go in there. The kind of drugs. Yeah. Might as well say yes. I don't have it, but yeah, go for that. I don't have those at the moment, but they'll be fine. Raw resources, plant matter, no. Stone blocks, not really. I don't want to junk up the place. Wood, no. The items, unfinished, sure. Body parts, no. The weapons, I shouldn't have any weapons now, so if bycoded weapons can go in there, that's fine. Buildings, chunks, stone chunks, no. Still slag chunks, yes. Plants, no. Corpses, no. Okay, as for this, what have we got? Pretty much, plants, sure. Corpses, sure. And the rest of it should mostly be medicine and food. So that should be fine. As long as I've got 2 areas that can store the shit out of the stuff, they'll be fine. I just gotta hope that everything actually, like, you know, goes and grabs shit. That's not one of mine. All right, and how is this caravan looking? I think this is it. They're almost packed. They've got 59 fucking pack animals. Well, 59 animals, 52 animals, 49 are pack animals. I've only got 5 people to haul them out of there, so that's going to be interesting. They're not going to have the cloth that they're looking for, so that'll be okay. I've got all these animals and stuff here. So I think that is... I think we're only missing maybe one trader, perhaps, unless that group was them. Are you... West Farnham? Who am I looking for? I'm looking for Retro Kinship. It was... That's Sloan. He's destroying something. There should be 2 traders on my map at the moment. Having a food binge. See, there's the second one. West Farnham and